is Noah from Ricky's Reviews, and today we got a very special review. Well, every review is special on Ricky's Reviews, but today we got a really nostalgic game called Donkey Kong 64 for the suffix Nintendo 64, obviously, because all the games at the time were called 64, Bomberman 64, Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, yada yada. The list can go on. But this is not just a Banjo-Kazooie Mario 64 ripoff. This is a classic, like, full of stuff game. So, the thing that goes with Donkey Kong 64, it's the biggest, ginormous freaking game of, like, the Nintendo 64, requiring one of the 3 games that required the Nintendo 64 expansion pack, which I had to go hunt down since my brother sold it to his girlfriend, and it really sucks, and yada yada. So, you had to use it because there's so much stuff. It's such a big game. It takes forever to complete. And there's so many extras and stuff, so much content. But the game is really fun. It's a really awesome game. The only thing I really dislike about the game is that it feels like you're playing the game 4 times, because all the items and stuff is character-based. So if you pick up a green banana, that's for Lanky or whatever the hell they call it. That's for that specific character. Not like if you have one character that collects bananas. So it's really kind of boring and tedious. That's the only design flaw that I see in this game. Other than that, it's a pretty cool platformer. And there's the graphics are beautiful. Like Rare's always making beautiful games, even to this day, except for like generic Connect Sports. But like, this game is masterful design. It's one of the best looking games I've ever seen on Nintendo 64. Their games will always surpass like the technological boundaries of the system. So let's get into the mechanics of the game, or the story. So King Kangaroo is invading. Who cares? Donkey Kong has to save his friends. Yada yada. Then he gets his friends to go on a big ass adventure to save the world from King Kangaroo, or the island specifically. So you A to jump, circle pad to move, yada yada. You get the idea. But there's some little twist to this mechanics, including that you can ride other animals. You can, like Donkey Kong Country, but this is not really like Donkey Kong Country in a 3D version. The sprawling open worlds of Donkey Kong 64 don't really allow for so much radical obstacle course-like movement that the Donkey Kong Country games had, which is bittersweet. But this game is awesome. I really recommend you getting it. Too bad it's not on the Virtual Console. It could set you back $70. Sorry. The expansion pack is pretty expensive. It cost me $30, and the game is probably not $70, but a good chunk of money. So you have to spend a lot of money on the game. Good thing I already had the game. I just had to hunt down the expansion pack. But there's lots of levels included in this game. So I really recommend this game. This game gets a 9.5 out of 10. For the only disadvantage of this game, or I think nitpick, is that it doesn't really hold. It holds up, but it's not really that. It's not like a really good classic that I really could recommend, but it's still a masterful game. So this has been Noah from Ricky's Reviews, and this has been my Donkey Kong 64 review. Next review will be coming out soon. Thanks guys for you guys who've been watching. I know my channel's really small right now, but I hope I get bigger, because I really just like making videos of Donkey Kong and all these classic video games, even though I'm like freaking 13 or 12, whatever. You don't need to know. 14, 15, 16, you don't need to know. Shut up. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and bye.